alien.
It has to be like Men in Black. There has to be a cockroach involved.
Yeah, you
right?
guys go find
Like
the
an
alien
alien.
I was thinking like
babies
the
if you
movie
want to.
Alien, where it like
Exactly.
on my face.
You're gonna go look for the alien
Well, look, we have the
baby.
map of where it could be. And again, a lot of folks out in St. Bernard said, yeah, come on, let's go check it out. Of course, it's out in the middle of the marsh, so it might be somewhat difficult. And again, that is if it would have made impact. Most of these little meteors usually end up burning into the atmosphere. So we'll see if we're able to find that thing. Let's take a look at radar, because I'd said we'd see about a 10 to 20% chance for an isolated shower or two. Had one up near Enid, and then also a decent little downpour that developed over the city. A little bit of lightning with it, but that shower is kind of building toward the west, and so still some rainfall over River Ridge, Harahan, Old Jefferson, but that does continue to push farther onto the west bank. So most of us, however, stay dry, or at least most of the area, with right over the city getting in on that little downpour. Today's high 95 degrees, not quite to the record. 92 is our normal high. In fact, this is as high as the normal highs will go. We'll stay at 92 degrees for a couple of days, being our average high, and then we'll start seeing those average temperatures begin to drop slowly. Again, we're not even into August yet, but just a sign that we will begin to see, at least on average, temperatures dropping, and hopefully the actual temperatures dropping too. Bit of cloud cover within that cooling shower, although rain near the airport, not actually at Kenner, so they're at 95 degrees, still feeling like 108. Hey, at least that metro area rain shower did help to drop temperatures briefly for a few of us in the city. Now, of our observing stations, everyone is still in the low mid 90s, with heat indices well above 108 to 115. So again, another very hot afternoon. You'll also notice the upper pattern, or maybe you don't notice it, that it has slightly changed. If you remember yesterday, we had kind of a complex of storms that were across parts of the plains and Midwest, and they were at least making a bit of a trajectory down south. Notice though, over the last several hours, these storms are making a little bit more progress down toward the south and more easterly direction. This is the upper ridge, so all of these complexes of storms are not coming anywhere near us. So what the upper ridge does is it, one, keeps any type of organized thunderstorm development away from us, and two, when you get that compression in the atmosphere thanks to the upper high, it limits cloud development and shower and thunderstorm activity. Not to say we don't see anything, but they're very, very limited, as we were today and as we will be for the next several days. Really not seeing a break in this upper pattern until the end of the weekend. The upper high, while firmly in place out west, has been building east, and that is why we were starting to see kind of our limited rain chances, and that will be the case through the rest of the week and into the start of the weekend. By the end of the weekend, though, the upper ridge starts to shift away from us, and this upper trough starts to deepen south. What that upper trough does look to do by Sunday, late Saturday into Sunday, bring in a front. Now, we're in mid to late July. What the front is going to do is help out our rain chances. Timing of the front still being worked out, but right now looks maybe late Saturday into overnight Saturday and early Sunday. If we can keep at least some rainfall and cloud cover around during the midday and early afternoon hours of Sunday, that may really help us out temperature-wise, perhaps keeping us into the upper 80s for a high as opposed to the 90s. I still put us at 91 degrees, because if we do break out into some sunshine even later in the afternoon, it doesn't take much to see those temperatures kind of skyrocket. We are also, for late Saturday into Sunday, under a low end risk for some isolated flooding, mainly some street flooding, but hey, we will definitely need the rainfall. There is Don still out in the open Atlantic waters. As it continues north, it might try and impact parts of the Canadian Maritimes. In the more extended outlook, some of the models indicating maybe the next 2 to 3, or next week to 2 weeks, possibly something trying to form in the central Atlantic. It would have a tough time doing that, as the wind shear and Saharan dust remains a big player, something that we'll be watching maybe later next week. But this week, quiet in the tropics. The heat will be our main concern. Rain chances picking up on Sunday, and likely more scattered showers continuing into early next week.